Hello, hello, hello. As usual, on Wednesday we have Coach Radha, my lovely coach. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Great, great, great. No complaints. Just amazing. I
Same color today,
know. Look at that. And we did
Valentine's
not
Day.
plan it. I Oh, interesting you say that because guess what the topic is? We actually spoke the similar topic when we were both wearing red. Oh, that's
About
how
relationships.
about relationships, but this is kind of going in a little bit different. So I'll let you introduce the topic and we'll go
Okay,
at
go ahead and introduce it. It's okay, not a big deal. Okay, go.
it.
Yes.
So Miriam and I decided because this is something that is an issue everywhere. So when we're talking about relationship, it's not just romantic relationship, partners, husband, wives, not that, only that relationship, but any relationship. It's relationship in a work environment.
Yeah.
It's relationship in
With
business,
relatives. With relatives.
relatives, with your kids. It's even relationship because everywhere you go, you're building a relationship. So that's
That's
even when you go to a grocery store, the person who's in front of you, when you go to get coffee, you go to a restaurant. So if you start to think about relationship with that way, it really changes everything because even then, how many times people get all upset and mad because someone treated them a certain way. So that's what we want to talk about. So, Miriam, I'm going to ask you. So, how do we keep? So, the topic is how do we keep peace in our relationships?
you want me to answer?
Yes.
Because after like many years and I I found if you would like to get a peace in any relationship, you have to accept the person in front of you as is and don't try to change anyone. You will be in peace. This is his attitude, this is his behavior. You can
Yeah.
change him. Okay? You can attract him to you, and if you don't have like a fight or a fight mode with him or like
Mhm.
a reaction with him. Okay, you will let him slow down. This is what happened to
Yeah.
me. I tested. Okay, after I have many sessions with you, everything's a shift in my life because I found it's useless, useless
Yes.
and unuseful, like to try to change the person in front of you.
Yes.
Waste
Yes.
of time.
How many times I know you've said this, and other people or a lot of my clients would turn around and say, yeah, but they hurt me so much, and this happened, that happened. How can I accept them? But you know what? You could blame and we can complain. We can keep doing that over and over. What is it doing? Nothing. We can hold grudges. Is it going to help? No. Who is it hurting? Is it hurting them when you are consistently complaining about them, blaming or holding on grudge? Or is
Yeah,
it hurting you?
hurting myself. Yeah,
Right? Because it
because
ends
they
up,
never. Do you know, Radha, what I discover? I discovered they never feel like guilty that they behave with you like
they
this
do
because this is
not.
their behavior.
Yes.
This is their
Yes.
character. Okay.
Yes. That's their perspective of the
Yeah.
situation. Everybody has different perspective. I am actually didn't think of I was going to do this, but I'm going to do this right now. If I can find a pen quickly
Do you want one?
here.
I can throw it.
Yes, right. So, and I do this as an instructor for life skills and stuff. I use this at school a lot too. So imagine I've written in number 6. Okay. Now, when you say, if you're in front of me, it looks a bit different when we do this over the camera. If you're in front of me, and if I had the number 6, what would you see from your side, Mariam?
Number 9.
Okay. Now, but I see number 6. So who's right here? You, me? So you could
Everyone
turn
see
around
it
and
from
say,
his angle. He see it from his opinion and what in his position.
yes. But like right now, this is number 6. And I'm going to turn around and say, well, no, I'm sorry, Miriam. I don't know what you're talking about. It's not 9, it's 6. But
Mm,
if you take that few moments of, pause, and I say to you, Miriam, if you're physically with me, can you come around me and look at it together? And if we looked at it together, what would we see? Number 6. Right? So it is a perspective. It could be the same thing. Another analogy I've used is you go to a restaurant and you order a plate of, say, fried rice. It's the same plate, okay? A food that's served. It's not separate, it's the same plate. Now you take your spoonful and someone with you, they take. Now, if I ask, what did you think about that food? And what did the other person, do you think, or there's 5 people sharing the same plate,
mm,
same dish. Do you think I'll get the same answer from everybody?
no, no.
But the food
At
is
least
cooked.
one of them he will say, "I don't like it."
Yes,
At least,
because it's their perspective, what they think about the stuff in there. Maybe some of them don't like the peas in it.
yeah, yeah.
Or one of them had a bad experience having fried rice at one point,
Mm,
right?
mm,
So that's what you have to do, stop and see the perspective of the other person. You're both looking at the same thing, but they're going from their state of they've have their own issues.
mm,
Their mind is thinking up of stories because of what had probably happened in the past.
yeah. From
And you,
childhood, I
yeah, and you're probably coming from that state too.
yes.
So if you to keep that peace, one of the easiest ways, show up using the senses without any judgment. Take that judgment out.
Mm,
Hear the person for what they're saying. Let that mind, story, all of that go. So instead of reacting, because when we're not in that state in the present moment, here and now, our mind is going back and thinking things from the past. And now you end up reacting. So the person in front of you could be saying all of this nasty things to you. If you react, it's something going on here. It's something going on here. Nothing to do with that person at this point.
but do you know if anyone like hear us right now, he will say, "Okay, I can't stand somebody like treat me nasty or very bad without get angry or mad." What you will tell him for those
Okay.
people? Say,
So
"I
one of
can't."
the things first I will say, okay, so you can get angry and mad.
But what will
And then
happen?
what? And then what? And then what? But why are you getting angry and mad? How did you show up in this conversation?
Mm,
Did you show up in this conversation with your guard up already? Did you show up in this conversation where you're mad at somebody else for something else? Or did you show up in this conversation in your body, feeling safe, feeling supported? Because if you did, whatever the person's saying, it's it's their deal.
mm,
And you have a choice. And the choice is, You could walk away from it, right?
Or you can fight.
There you go. But of course, you don't want to do that, right? Because that unless that person is hurting you, harming you, then you're going to do that. But if it's just verbal, why do you have to do the same thing that person? You could walk away because the body now, brain is thinking there is some sort of danger because that person is behaving the other way, whatever way they are. You need to do something. You have a choice. You could stand there and sing a song to yourself. You could stand there
You
and keep
drive
telling
him
yourself,
crazy. The other person, if you sing a song.
bingo. And guess what they would do? Do you think they're going to continue to fight you?
No, he will be saying, "Oh my God, you are crazy. What you
Yeah.
are doing? I'm fighting with you, and you are singing a song."
But to yourself, what I have done, and you know, I think I've done this with you when I've asked you to show up somewhere with someone, any conversation. I said to you, Mariam, go into your heart space. I said, just breathe and keep saying to yourself, I'm in the present moment, feeling peaceful. I have used this technique so many times, and it's always worked as a magic.
Yes,
You
I
don't have
agree.
to say it out
Use it.
loud. You just repeat to yourself, I'm in the present moment feeling peaceful, safe, and supported. You know everything is good here. Someone's saying something, not reacting. You might feel a little bit and tell yourself, yes, this person's making me mad. Yes. Take that breath.
And release it.
Release it. Go back to your heart space. Repeat that mantra affirmation to yourself over and over. That person, if they don't get any response from you, is going to walk away.
Mm.
Someone wanting to attack you because they've got their stuff going on, when you come in a defense mode, they're going to attack you. If you more you defend yourself and more you get mad and more you get angry, they're going to keep doing this. If they're saying something, calling you names, then you got to ask yourself, am I it? Is it true? Because when you get mad, you believe it somewhere, whatever they're saying to you.
Yeah, you are right.
It is a practice. It is a practice, but knowing you can control your emotions or you can manage your emotions. No one else can. You can't manage someone else. You can't control them, but you can. Body posture is really important. When you know you're going to get into a conversation that's confrontation, something that someone doesn't want to hear, you come in that space of feeling confidence, open heart, not
Mm.
from defense. When you're like this or your facial expression, all of
Mm.
that sends a message to the person front, the nervous system in the front, to
Mm.
attack you more. But if you come into your body and you feel safe, the
Do you
person
know
would not.
yeah, the person will shift. The other person in the front of
Yes,
him
always
shift.
does.
This
Mhm.
is what I tested in my life. The
Yeah.
other person, when I say to myself, I am in present moment, I will not leave anyone drive me angry or mad. Breathe. The other person change his tone.
Yes. You can get so many things. You can get people to do things for you just by shifting your energy, just by shifting yourself. The person can go from being mad and turn on fully change. And this could be anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere, right?
Thank you so much, Radha.
Yeah. So knowing that you have the choice, always seeing the other person's perspective before you start to defend yourself or get mad and upset,
Mm.
right? So when someone's behaving a certain way, and also remember, it's just a behavior. Don't start thinking, putting that person down, oh, he's this. It's just a behavior of a person. And who knows what they're going through?
Yeah.
Who knows what they're going through? So always being able to see that they probably just had a bad day or something has happened. So how can I just show up in a space where I give them the space and not come from a defense and not come from a fighting mode?
Mm.
And that's how you can keep the peace.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. It's really
Okay.
good topic to speak about because we face a lot of people like this, like
Yeah.
try to behave in not good way and affect our life. Sometimes before I have this practice, it affect me for days and days and days. I was mad
Mhm.
and angry and stressed, but now I understand what is the game I have or practice I have to have it. uh, I hope everyone have someone behave in a bad way with him to practice this breathing and be in the present moment to solve the
Yes.
problem with him. Believe me, you will shift the person in front of you right away. This is like
Yes.
my experience. Okay.
Yes. It always works.
Yeah, always works. Thank you so much, Radha. Have a great day, everyone. And with many love with the Red and Valentine's Day for everyone.
Thank you, Mariam. And I'm just wishing everybody peaceful relationships wherever they go. But remember, you have a choice. Focus on your breath. Come back into your body. Don't let this, because it's the memories from past that make you behave a certain way. And also, if someone's behaving a certain way, there's a reason behind it. There's always a reason behind it. So try and just back away for a few seconds, take that breath, slow down, pause, and then see it. And remember the 6 and 9, right? It's depending where you're seeing it from. So maybe
Yeah,
go on the same side of the other person, have that empathy, see, put yourself in their shoe, and then see how it feels. And that will definitely create peace in your life. There you go.
thank you. Bye bye. See you next week.
Bye. See you
Bye.
next week.